What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zulu November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything adventure shenanigan. What's going on, guys?
What's up?
What's happening?
Same old, same old. First off, I want to apologize if I had bad audio or bad video because, you know, I'm here at my local homeless shelter. No, I'm just kidding. I'm on my way back from Hamvention, and it was either stop on the side of the road and find some internet or not make the stream. So I figured I'd make the stream. And while we're talking about the stream, let's go ahead and say what's up to our Patreons, because they're absolutely awesome and they rock. And they keep the lights on. They're like Motel 6, buddy. Anyway, we can't say what's up to our Adventure Club members because like every battery I've got is like almost dead right now. The phone with all the Adventure Club info is dead. My main phone is almost dead. My computer is almost dead, so I might blink out on y'all. But I do want to thank Craig, November 4 Charlie Whiskey Bravo, for a major donation this weekend off the line. So thank you, Craig. I appreciate everybody in the Adventure Club and the Patreons. You rock. Somebody else I appreciate, and you'll hear all about this on my recap from Hamvention. Tonight I'm just talking about shenanigans from Hamvention. But I do want to say I'm absolutely overwhelmed with the hunters from Parks on the Air. You guys are just absolutely amazing. You know, I got to name the Dakota King from a hunter, but I tell you what, I was waiting for people to pick me up and hoist me and pack me around this place. So many people came up to me to meet me, and it was just absolutely awesome. I got to my table. If you follow me on Twitter, you may have seen the pictures, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, why not? But I seen these rocks on the picnic table, and I was like, why is there rocks on my table? I walk up to the table, and there's a little note underneath the rock that says, "Welcome, Dakota King, to Caesar Creek State Park." And it was signed, 2 call signs, and had their campsite. Sorry about the West Virginia trucks going down the road. They don't sound as good as the Nissan, but whatever. But like, you know, maybe I shouldn't have let it out on stream what side I was at, because it took no time to get this place packed. I literally read that note, went around to my truck to grab the sunshade because I had to do some CW because my activations earlier in the day, I got everybody in the PZN challenge but Dan. So I had to do some CW real quick. And I got my sunshade out, and then here comes walking Charlie Whiskey Bravo. He comes down. I'm talking to him for like 5 minutes, and then pulls Whiskey 8 Juliet Echo Sierra. Talk to them a little bit while I'm getting the radio set up. Make the CW activation real quick because I'm trying to get out to 4 days of May. Oh, thank you very much for the super chat. I can't even see because the sun's shining on it. Who is that, Hayden? Eric, thank you very much, dude. It was great to meet Eric this weekend. He got to hang out firsthand. He's actually part of some of the shenanigans that we're going to talk about tonight. Me and him's kind of bad roles for Poto, by the way, and we'll talk about all that. So get everything almost packed up. Then here comes Jerry and his friend with a case of Dr. to 4 days of May, but it's all worth it because everybody piled in. Same way the next night. I think we had 13 or 14 pull in. Really?
Wouldn't be shenanigans without the fire company.
That sounds like some shenanigans.
That sounds like some shenanigans that the city's pulling on me. But anyway, so it was a great weekend. First, before we start about some of the shenanigans, and there's some doozies. How was your weekend, Hayden?
That's good. We were out in West Virginia hunting. Some of you guys out there at Daytona or Dayton.
Daytona.
Oh,
yeah, we got Hayden in.
Yeah, we worked
on Scout and got an activation.
Worked you during it.
And
and tried to get in your pile up the night before with the 5 of you, and it was just insane. I heard Dan bust through there, and then
Quack, quack.
I was kind of feeling like Richard, like you guys weren't even hearing me.
So was that the really late night one the night before?
Yeah, that was the night before with the 5 of
Okay,
you.
so
Quack,
we'll
quack.
talk about that. We'll start shenanigan right there, since somebody took the pleasure of making the video, which I think is hilarious. The video is hilarious. I'm told a lot of people ask me if I'm mad about the video, and no, I'm not mad, but I do want to clarify: none of the 5 of us was drunk. None of the 5 of us was high. We were having a good time doing what we do. So that's the only offensive part of the video to me, where the guy said, "I'm pretty sure they're drunk or high," but he didn't mean nothing. He was saying that, you know, these guys know how to have fun. This is what everybody should do. But the noise level that night was so super bad. I mean, when the pileup hits like it hits on us, you couldn't make it out. I could not make out crap. So we had to start breaking him up somehow. You know, I tried to park the parks, the QRP. You're not getting many of them in there. So I start doing my thing. You know, any red trucks, any blue this. So, but some of my favorites was, is there any slug bugs? I get a call on a slug bug.
What's a slug bug?
My absolute favorite, that will quack like a duck. I get a call.
Yeah.
I repeat the call and I say, "Let's hear your duck." He goes, "Whack." I say, "You're 5'9" and you're quacking me up. But the hunters were saying like absolutely crazy stuff to break the pileups, like changing their phonetics to make their call signs funny, and it was amazing. Eric was doing his CQ Aloha that was forever long and loud. We had a blast. I mean, it was
sounds
just
like you did.
loads and loads of fun. Richard was blowing up Discord, saying, "I'm trying to call you guys. I'm trying to call you guys." So I basically stopped the pileup, and I'm like, anybody driving an 18-wheeler, silence. Anybody driving an 18-wheeler. And then finally, some woman from Arizona answers me. And
I'm your baby doll.
I'm pretty sure she didn't hear the 18-wheeler part, but we work her from Arizona, but we can't work Richard on ground wave. So Richard, you need to fix your setup somehow.
No, it was a tough night because I hung in there for about an hour trying to get you, and then I'm switching over and hitting California like they're sitting next to me. So it was just weird propagation.
We had several California calls that night. We worked California, Arizona, Washington State, Nevada, all on 40 meters that night.
Oh, wow.
So it was nuts, but the noise was just stupid. Also, speaking of Eric, not only is this guy responsible for half of the world's Hawaii contacts, he's got one bad Mama Jamma van. Let me tell you, that thing is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But just don't let no bugs get in it, because he'll keep you up all night, you know. No, we just went to bed. It's like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm laying there. You know, I'm laying in the back of my vehicle, and all of a sudden I see all Eric's lights come on, and his door's open, and he's sitting there doing stuff. I'm like, what is he doing?
He must have brought some of them Hawaii cockroaches over with him.
I think he had one of those flying dragons from Hawaii in there or something.
Oh, wow.
Then I get a message. "Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. There was a bug in here." So funny stuff. But
so how was the weather while you guys were there?
It only rained pretty hard Friday night, which it always rains Friday night. This is why I decided not to even waste my time with a tent. Matter of fact, I was extremely grateful to Steven, who had bought me a big old lemonade the day before with a big plastic cup. because when I woke up the next morning and it was pouring the rain, I mean pouring, that plastic cup came in handy, we'll just say. and that was no longer lemonade.
And it still tasted like lemonade, right?
Well, Terry thought so. He's like, "Where'd you get this lemonade? This is good." Oh, well, let's talk about Terry. Terry.
Uh-oh. He's in the chat.
Terry's in the chat. So we got a couple shenanigans with Terry.
That does
And
not
I'm
surprise
going to
me.
have to clean some of them up.
Oh, yeah, naturally.
So we're just going to say that Terry's seen a very unusual occurrence at the show. And he was like, for like 3 minutes, and I'm like pointing at Steven and we're looking at him and like, and then he turns around like, so yeah, definitely, I'm reading something in the chat. Sorry. Yeah. But definitely, Terry was disturbed by something he saw there. Due to the nature of this, we're not going to go no further on that one. That will be on an after chat sometime. Number 2 with Terry. So last night we're doing a super late shift activation after we actually had been drinking, and we was tame as can be because drinking doesn't make us have fun. We have fun doing POTA anyway, but we're doing this activation, and so there's 4 of us. We got 2 mics, okay? So we'll hand his mic off to Eric, and I'll hand mine off to PP. So it went me, Terry, Eric, PP. So I give my report. I'm hold for 3 more operators. I sit there, and I finally look over, and I guess everybody looked over by the same time. We're all like, Terry. He's like, Kilo 8, golf, come back. This dude is asleep in the middle of our activation holding the microphone.
Oh, that's epic.
Kept him up past his bedtime, poor guy.
I'm like, this is how you know when a hunter's doing the activation. They get bored. They're not calling their call sign.
That is great. Oh my God.
Oh, but let me tell you something. Hey, Sandy, good to see you.
Hey, Sandy.
We laughed and laughed and laughed. So then same activation. We're cutting up a little bit, not like we were the night before. And all of a sudden, it's Terry's turn to get the mic, and he just goes. And
was that chipmunk?
All three of us look over and like, and I laughed so hard when he did that, like I couldn't stop, like I was hurting. And we started calling him the chipmunk, and he did it again a little bit later. I don't know what that was, but it was the funniest thing.
Oh,
and I already warned Terry that he was going to be the big topic on Shenanigans. But last one, Terry, and this one is at least 45% true. The other ones are 100%, but this one's at least 45. So I was changing clothes, and I got down to my underwear, and Terry decided he had to go to the bathroom. I don't know if he didn't think they had toilet paper or what, but he comes and just rips my underwear off and runs down the road with them and leaves them in the middle of the road somewhere. And I don't know what he was doing with my underwear, y'all, but somewhere in Ohio, there's a pair of underwear, and I don't know what Terry did. That's at least 45% true.
45% true.
Oh my God.
He'll tell you a different story.
Oh Lord.
And speaking of no underwear, because I didn't have none on at that point, I'm walking around commando, and I go back to my vehicle to actually change clothes, and November 4 Charlie Whiskey Bravo decides he's going to come over and talk to me. I'm like, you're about to see the King's Scepter, bud. And Greg went blind. That's right. And Greg. Oh, good stuff. We had an absolute blast. So pretty much, our campground was absolutely full of. I think Saturday night. Saturday night we had Friday or Saturday. I don't even remember which night it was. I think we had 14 or 15 activators. I'm going to post a picture in my after actions review or whatever. But tons of people, and honestly, anytime you wanted to activate the park, you just picked up your 2-meter and started calling CQ, and you activated your park right like that.
Nice.
So, but just at my campsite, we had myself, Terry, and Eric that stayed there. PP Man ends up because he got a campground across the way somewhere, but he ends up pulling over to the site beside me because they didn't show up, and he just told the front gate he's taking it. If they show up, they show up. And so he's right beside of us, and then Steven would stay there till like 2 a.m. and then drive back to his motel. So we're just saying the campfire was lit up, buddy. We had some fun. Had some fun. Out that people like to have. Gosh, what is the character? Terry, what's the character that people like to have on them? I'm trying to think who it was now. It was Dumbo. People like to have Dumbo on them, and that's all I'm going to say about the 73 restaurant. We did eat a 73. That was pretty cool for a ham, though.
They have a restaurant called 73.
A restaurant called 73, and that's that.
You should work there, and then
It was
as people
actually
leave,
probably,
you
there was a buffalo.
tell them 73.
Right.
Nice.
Our poor waitress. I don't know what she thought about us.
Oh, there ain't no telling. Was Terry there?
Terry
Oh,
was
yeah,
there.
there's no Terry. There's no telling.
Terry was there.
Yeah,
Terry was
you
there.
hit it
Eric
on
was
the-
there, and PP Man was there. Speaking of PP Man, he's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Him and David Vama. Every time you'd say their name, they'd just pop up.
Especially underwear. That stayed in the park too, I guess.
We're bloomers.
Or they're going to be on eBay.
So Eric says that I had a big light. He's meaning Bud Light, but I did not have a Bud Light. They ordered me a Bud Light, and they snapped a picture as I'm trying to push it away. Somebody drank it, and I don't know if I should say who that somebody is, but there are pictures
all
in
know
Discord
who it
drinking it, and they've been a big topic of shenanigans already. So I don't know how much more they can take, but
Kind of narrows it down.
I will not rat Terry out for drinking the Bud Light. Okay,
Absolutely not. Never.
I won't tell everybody that Terry drank the Bud Light and it wasn't mine. Oh.
Yeah, Bud Light.
As Terry's shredding your all stickers saying he ain't sending no mail out for me.
Ape just hung him out to dry again.
Oh, here we go. Now, Ape, I can't tell people what Miller Lite does to people on my stream because I will absolutely lose everything I got on YouTube. But Ape has a funny story about what Miller Lite does to you if you ever meet Ape. It was good. It was actually great to see Ape again. He was at the show once again and got to talk to him quite a bit at the bar last night. So great to see Ape. He's a really cool guy from Mingo County, West Virginia. Ape even spoke a little Mingan.
There you go. That's pretty
He's
good
with
there,
me.
Ape.
He did all right.
Yeah, good day.
Smoking Ape.
Yeah,
You didn't know
good
that Smoking Ape was from Mingo County, Hayden?
Oh, no, I knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've told me that before.
Yeah. He was up there by the smoking squirrel. The only thing smoking in Mingo County means a little different than hot.
It's very true.
Yeah. That's why it's fun to do soda things up there.
Because you get high.
Oh. So I will tell you, man, I was really shocked. You know, there's a lot of YouTubers at all the big shows, but I was shocked at the turnout of the YouTubers at this show. You know, because this is the second time I've seen Ape at the big shows, because I've seen him in Orlando, but he was back. Chuck was back. First time I'd seen him at a big show. Hayden came over from Australia.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. Shane came from Texas, and I mean, I didn't even see Shane at the show. I didn't see Shane till the bar. Okay, I don't know if Shane even went to the show, but Shane was at the bar.
That's why he went. He came all the way to Texas just to go to the troll pub.
Yeah.
You know, it is Shane. Molson was there. I did get Molson rants. I got me some Molson rants going on. So great time, man. I mean, I can't give away too much because then my recap video was just suck. But lots of shenanigans going on. That's for sure. But video, Joe Brett was kind enough to drop it in our Discord and say, hold on. Yes, dude, absolutely. I love everybody. I love meeting everybody. That's why I go to the big shows. It's not about buying nothing. It's not about getting. Half the time, I don't ever buy nothing. Well, I always buy something, but that's because I can't go to Hamfest and not buy something. Even if I got to go buy a connector, I have to buy something. But Vince, that's on Kyle's CW stream. I got to meet him.
Oh yeah, he was. Wasn't he a vendor there too?
So I don't know. Lost where I was at. Oh, the video. So Joe Brett dropped it into Discord and says, "Ham Radio Adventure Guy, you and your crew was busted in Dayton," and I didn't even know nothing about it until we were coming home from the Troll Pub last night, and I had texted Dan and told him 40 minutes, so we're activating. So Dan posted in Discord, PZN in 40 minutes. And X-Ray Lima Sierra put, is he drunk and going to...
The Matrix got you.
Oh, choppy.
Choppy,
yeah.
It's just homeless shelter's internet, man.
Well, sheets.
You know, the homeless shelter don't have good internet, but they got great soup.
That's right.
I'm at the Mingo County homeless shelter. Let's see. I told them to turn the internet up a little bit.
That's great.
Get them hamsters running.
I was kind of surprised at the lack of spots, to be honest with you. I mean, there were a lot of people there activating, don't get me wrong, but there wasn't that. There were less spots than I thought there were going to be.
Just at every show I go to, people's like, "You've only did like 2 parks today." I'm like, okay, I'm on vacation. It's my POTA vacation because I'm meeting all the other POTA people who want to meet me. I promise you, I'm going to activate every single day. I mean, I made sure that everybody in the PZN challenge worked me every day. You know, so I mean,
I needed, I think, a little over 50, maybe about 60 QSOs to get an eagle at Caesars Creek, and I think I got it, and I'll know once everybody gets their logs in and uploaded. So probably by next February, I'll figure it out.
My logs will be in tonight. You know, all my logs will be in tonight. I didn't have internet out of Caesars Creek, and
PP. You did. You definitely spotted more than I hunted. The problem is you're running 5 watts on 40 meters at 2:00 in the afternoon, and I can't hear you down here.
Listen, speaking of PP Man ran 83 watts
You did.
more times than you can imagine this weekend, and was getting all kinds of 5.9s. And let me tell you, he was excited about it. This morning before he left, he came over and gave me a really big hug and started to kiss me. And I said, "PP man, I don't drink Budweiser."
Thanks for all the
You run
QR.
83 watts. I wish he's like, if you would just trade me like a little cheap 100-watt radio, I'd give you all my Elecraft radios for these stupid QRP radios. I said, "PP man, you gotta be PP man." I had to calm him down. There was no 100 watts, PP man. I don't run 100 watts.
Go back to Michigan and calm down.
Buy some rubber gloves and work some more QRO, Mike. You'll be all right.
Oh.
He took a 4-hour shower when he got home.
Funny thing. I now have my third QRP radio.
Oh, jeez. Well, not yet. Not yet.
So I've got another QRP radio to set with the other two that gets the other. There's two there, but one of them gets used once every blue moon. Terry, thank you very much
for the new whitey tidies.
Shoot, $20 you could get a soap pair.
When Terry swiped my underwear, they were black underwear, and the ones I seen in the road up there was white. I don't know exactly why he painted those.
Oh, what he's not telling you, he's only giving you $20 out of the 80 they sold for on eBay.
I knew it. That's why he was doing it. He was selling the King's underwear.
That's right.
That's great. That's great. Oh, funny stuff.
It's amazing he got $80.
Yeah.
Hey,
maybe he accidentally fell asleep.
He got ripped if he only got $80, Aiden.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Have you not seen my underwear line on eBay?
No.
I've seen
Speaking
of,
of,
I have never seen your underwear line, but I've seen the line.
Do you have a nice banana hammock?
Speaking of merchandise,
no answer.
The Patreons recently have asked me to put out coasters, and they are being designed this week. So I will have a design this week and probably an order this weekend to have them done. It all got worked out this weekend, so another plus.
Oh, my green screen's getting it. There you go.
Yeah. The koozies will be, I said coasters. The koozies, the beer can koozies, the beer bottle, whatever, will be similar to that, but the edges will be sort of splattered to where it'll match up when on both sides, So
let me know when they become available, because they will be the only beer koozies on my boat.
Yes.
It's not a shenanigan, but although I came off my diet hardcore this weekend because it's too hard to try to drink water and not sweets when you're at a Hamfest, especially when people brings you all the Dr. Pepper you want. That's just awesome. And lemonade with extra benefits, but and then you got Terry sharing his secrets about Reese cups. I found a 6-pack of Reese cups a little bit ago.
Jeez, that's like
6-pack.
That's like 2 menage a trois.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I posted those in Terry's room with a nice little comment that Terry taught me. But
what about the Reese's sticks?
You'll have to ask him about that. I think that would be more of a you when you're drinking your Bud Light. Yeah, you get the Reese's sticks.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's more of an injection tool.
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna let a little bit of news out here. If I can stay on my diet and lose about 25 pounds, well, I know somebody who's going to jump out of a perfectly good airplane and make some QSOs.
Oh,
Dan?
nope.
Absolutely, Dan.
That guy.
Yeah.
Now, wait. Are
I talked
you
to Carl-
qualified to jump?
In other words, Carlos has talked you into it.
Well, no, I did. I talked to him about it, and I've been talking to Carlos. I've wanted to do it for a while, but
Are you
I
going to
need to
strap
drop about
Carlos
20.
to your back?
No,
Or are you
other
going to
way
jump
around.
solo?
Carlos is going to be on my back.
Yeah.
That's what I said. You're going to strap Carlos to your back.
Yeah. And listen, what happens in the air stays in the air. But I'm making QSOs, okay?
Just don't bring any Bud Light. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Carlos did jump a few times this weekend. So
Can you make a QSO and
try my
eat a
best
Reese's
to,
cup on the way
do
down?
what?
I said, can you make a QSO and eat a Reese's cup in free fall?
No, I'm going to
Maybe
try to
not
get
the
as many.
first time.
I'm going to try to get as many as I can get. But as long as I get one, I'll be a happy camper. So hopefully that gets to happen. And
That would be awesome.
And again, I have to lose 25 pounds. If I do not lose weight goals are not like POTA goals. POTA goals I will go to the end of the earth to do because POTA is fun. Losing weight is not fun. It sucks. So
Put some
we're
trash bags
that.
on, go into a boiler room, and do some exercises like we did in high school wrestling.
You forgot to play the Rocky music in the background.
And the Rocky music, yeah.
That is water cutting, Hayden, and that's
I know
only
what
good
it
for
is.
a couple of days.
Well,
And I don't want to be dehydrated jumping out of a plane.
that's true.
That'll mess with your kidneys. Yeah.
Trust me, I've did plenty of water cuts in my life. I can.
And you probably can't water cut.
I can do about.
You probably can't
water
water cut 25 pounds anyway.
No.
Yeah, I can do about 15 pounds, but
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not water cutting no more. Those days are over. That's misery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but met a lot of interesting people for sure this weekend, and got to hang out with a lot of people that I love seeing. You know, it's funny because we spend so much time doing POTA that a lot of us we're spending more time with hunters and activators and stuff than we do with our own family. So these people become your family, and some of them you've never made a face-to-face with. You know what I'm saying? I met a few people because I know we all do this. As an activator, if you say you don't do this, I'm going to say you're wrong because I know you're doing it. Once you've hunted somebody 5 or 6 times or 10, you start to get a mental image in your head of what you think that person looks like.
Yep.
And it's always wrong. It's always wrong.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, when I met you, I didn't realize you were like 5'3".
The 5'3". I know where you're going with this. That's a funny story. So I'm sitting at the POTA tent, and this guy comes up to me and he looks at me. He's like, "I thought you'd be way shorter." And I'm like, "Do I sound short on the radio? I think I sound tall on the radio. Why?" I've never got the mental height image of somebody.
You can stand next to a tall guy and you look about this big.
No, if I stand next to a tall guy, I do look like I'm 5'3". And I do know why he calls himself tall guy. I did get to meet tall guy this weekend, and we got to hang out quite a bit, and it was a blast. Then I got him park to park today on the way back from Ohio. So good stuff. Good stuff. Got to meet all kinds of new hunters that I've never met, but there was a couple that when I met them, their looks really shocked me because I pictured something way, way different, you know, and that happens quite a bit, but it's crazy. So if you've ever, and this wasn't a look thing, but if you've ever worked John from Oregon, Ohio, which I'm sure if you've activated, you've worked him. He always say, "You're 5'9" from Oregon, Ohio." his voice is to a T like he is on the radio. Like, I mean, when he come over and said, "My name is John," I heard it in my head before he said it. He just said from Ohio, but I heard it from Oregon, Ohio. His voice is exactly like it is on the radio. You know, some people have a different voice in person than they do on the radio and stuff like that. But his is exactly the same. Arnold's is exactly the same. I met him in Huntsville. And then there's some people, Robbie's voice is not the same. Robbie don't sound like Mickey Mouse in person. So our night when everybody was accusing us of being drunk and high, Robbie hunted us with his Mickey Mouse voice, as he always did. And I think Robbie got a little offended that the guy thought that all the hunters were drunk too, because Robbie said, "I ain't had nothing to drink. I always hunt like Mickey Mouse." But the bad thing is when Robbie hunted us like Mickey Mouse, we gave him reports back like Mickey Mouse. It was a blast.
I wonder if everybody else in the park was like overhearing what y'all were doing and saying, "What's going on?"
I'm tall on the radio because I stand on the tail. Listen, so when I hunted Toby when I was with Carrie and Ray on Thursday, here she comes in, and I told Toby, I said, we're not taking you in our log unless you tell us you're on the table.
Yeah, honking the.
And I can't remember if she said 5'7" from the table or 5'9", but she told us, and it was great. But an interesting thing about activating, because I work on tones and stuff like that, and another person that's really good on tones is my big sister, aka KB3 Wave, and it's really interesting because we got to see what hunters hunt who more, because the bands it was the day that the flare had just hit when we were activating, and the band was really bad, so everybody was super light, and I was running the mic, and I would pull out calls that she would not hear, but yet she would pull out calls that I would not hear. So it was really interesting to see, because you get this little niche on, because we both overlap with a lot of hunters, of course, but not that her hunters ain't all in my log and mine ain't all in her log, but we could tell who hunted who more because we just heard different calls, and it was really interesting. I was quite amazed with that, and lots of fun. We'll just say it's always great to activate with Carrie. Always fun.
Oh, PP told me today that he will be at Huntsville. So
PP man will be at Huntsville. Okay, that's because he had. Listen, I'm going to tell you why PP man's coming to Huntsville. He had such a good time running 83 watts, right, and he ain't got a radio that'll do it. So he decided he's got to come to Huntsville so he can run 83 watts again.
He said he's actually not sure he can wait until August to be heard again.
PP man, if you need to be heard again, you're welcome to come to West Virginia and run 83 watts when you want. I give you permission to come into the King's Throne. Matter of fact, I've given permission for the capital of the kingdom, Hotel India 8 Delta, aka November. What's his American call? November Kilo 4, Quebec.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. Him and Annabelle will be staying in the capital state tonight. So.
Oh, cool.
I think they're supposed to do the Mothman Park with the Lewis and Clark on their way down, and they're going to be staying in Beckley. I told them to do Little Beaver, but we'll see what they do. It's up to them. They got free reign.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah. There's plenty of parks up there. Knowing David, he'll run around and do like 12 of them. So lots of good stuff. I even got the return of who in my log,
Nice.
and she knows who she is.
Terry,
Well,
I'll dig up that link and I'll post it in your channel on Discord, buddy. I'll have to find it.
And everybody, I'll have my logs turned in as soon as Terry emails them to me.
In Huntsville, you'll have your scribe.
Oh, I will. Won't know. My scribe's job in Huntsville is my cook.
Well, you could do both.
Listen, I want him to concentrate on my brisket. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't trust a lot of people to log for me, but I trust Terry will give me those logs. Who's asleep? That does not surprise me because when who hunted me last night, he's like, sound like Charlie Golf Charlie on a Friday evening. But she was sleepy. She was sleepy. I seen her this morning, and I was like, do you even remember anything I said during that? And she's like, no. She's like, the microphone was thrown at me and said, you got to get James. Oh, it was great to see Connor and whoo again. But yeah. So she made excuses on why she's not hunted me very much, and I'm just here to tell you that remote stations exist. You can remote into other people's radios, and there's no reason to not hunt your king because at any given time the king could have you beheaded or turn you from a QRP guy to an 83 watt guy, or get a radio.
Beheaded?
When he was down here.
Or get a radio with toroids about the size of a QRP guy's ring, and then give the radio to the QRP guy and say, "Here, put this together."
When PP was down here activating with us, he was running 100 whiskeys. I think he likes it secretly.
What is it? What? I hate the sun.
George said, "Come on down to Bama, PP. We'll get you to give up QRP."
What does face green smiling mean, PP man?
Oh, it's a description of the picture.
It's a little sticker that he put
You have
in.
to see it on YouTube. It looks like the Incredible Hulk enjoying
PP man,
himself.
I've asked you not to try to describe your pictures to me, but many a times because I don't want those images in my head.
Something about 4 nuns.
Anyway,
Yeah.
if you did not make it out to Dayton to hang out with me, let me tell you, Patreon's got some VIP treatment out there at the campgrounds and stuff like that. A lot of Patreons did receive their stickers, so we'll just say I mailed out a lot of stickers, hand-delivered mail. But Terry also has a lot of Patreon stickers that's going to be going out this week as well. So hopefully, and he actually has a couple of challenge coins. Oh, congratulations, because Craig, November 4 Charlie Whiskey Bravo, got his challenge coin. And if you don't know what the challenge is about, shame on you. But if you hunt me 1,000 times, you get a challenge coin. And no, I can't keep up with who gets those because my POTA stats is broken. But POTA is definitely aware because now Carrie's is broken too.
Uh-oh.
So congratulations to Carrie on breaking her stat page.
You're not a true POTA activator unless your stat page is broken.
She has joined the elusive club.
The elite.
The elite award of the breaking the POTA page.
The elite of POTA.
They gotta have it. They gotta make an award for that.
Yeah. You have broken POTA.
I can't remember what I challenged PP Man to. I challenged him to something, and I was like, "A winner gets radio of choice while we're here." and he wouldn't
Yeah.
accept my challenge.
Oh,
So then I challenged PP Man to have a shoot off with Carrie KB3 Wave, and he was almost up for that, but I don't guess he decided to. But I was just trying to win a radio.
A QRP radio?
No, I got that one.
which radio were you trying to win?
Oh, it was radio of choice.
Okay, what would have been your radio of choice?
Well, Flex was there. I would have had to make Dan have a conniption.
Yeah.
Listen, Steven's like, I wonder how mad Dan would be if I went in and got me and you a Flex. I mean, I don't know. You want to see? You want to see, Steven? Let's try this. Let's see if we make Dan mad.
That would be an awesome idea.
I'd have been like, you guys.
I'd been like, that's a great idea. Then I'd have been like, Dan, Steven got me a Flex. You can't let him beat you. You can't let him beat you like that. Dan, you need to show him and get me a better Flex with a big old tower up on a mountain that I can remote into.
It wouldn't be any problem because you can just leave yours on at the house because you're never there, and I'll just use it remotely.
That's true. That's absolutely true. I ain't never there.
You're 5'9" plus 30 in Whiskey Victory.
It's not like you ain't SDR'd out of my house before.
Right? Likewise.
That's funny. Funny stuff. I tell you what, Dan is a crafty person when it comes to hunting because he will SDR around the world, but he can transmit to you.
Yep.
He's like, I don't hear you. Hold on. Let me go here. Let me go here. But once he finds you on an SDR somewhere and can hear you, he uses the wattage.
Sometimes I use Discord.
Listen, you came through last night, and I thought everybody at the table was going to come out of their skin. It was crazy. By the way, the pork chop sandwiches were amazing once again.
Was that quiet up there?
Was it what?
Yeah, you were full on quieting.
Yeah.
Was that quiet up there?
Yeah, you were quiet. Well, I thought you were QRP for a minute. It's always great to make it away from a ham fest and still have everybody in the PZN challenge. It's rough trying to for one. I mean, I got to do the baby and Sprott, and I'll get that in because as we seen, I'll activate at 12:30 at night or 7 in the morning, whatever. I'll get mine in, but to try to make sure that 5 hunters that's still in the PZN challenge get me during that 1 or 2 activations that I do that day when they're early morning or super late night. It's a little rough.
Well, it's actually good they're early morning or super late night because if you just did one in the middle of the day, that would suck big time.
Fair enough. It's quite funny because I'd get to the ham fest and they're like, so what time are you going to sneak out of here today to get your 1 park in? I'm like, you think I don't have my 1 park in already?
Right.
What kind of question is that?
Did that earlier today, like last night.
I try to smash that like button. Tell them.
You said something about corn dogs.
Corn dogs. Who said it? Who said something about corn dogs?
Mike, PP said corn dogs are awesome.
The corn dogs. Listen, I'll tell you what. Steven bought me. He bought me a corn dog and a cheese dog, I guess it was. But they were amazing, and let me tell you, those corn dogs were not QRP. Those corn dogs were amped. They were Dan quality corn dogs.
Did it take you a while to wrap your mouth around them? Kind of.
You know what?
I mean,
I just
were they long or girthy?
They were girthy.
Okay, got you.
They were definitely girthy. You know what? You guys keep everybody entertained because I forgot I got Dan a present.
Oh,
and everybody needs to see Dan's present. So you guys keep everybody happy.
Oh God, there ain't no telling what this is either.
Oh Lord, maybe it's
This
his
is-
underwear.
This is going to be some shenanigans right here. Now. Yeah, maybe he found his underwear. I don't know. I'll get it mailed to me. I wonder if FedEx will. I wonder if you have to put like a biohazard sticker on that if you mail it.
Okay.
Chris says they're Dan dogs.
Dan dogs.
All right. So we all know that Dan really enjoys it when I give him peanut butter.
Oh God.
And about a week or two ago, Dan activated with the PP Man. And since he's activated with the PP Man, he's kind of been like a little sissy girl. And he's like, oh, 40 meters don't work. Get on another band so I can hunt you. You know, he's all crybaby like PP Man is. So I figured that Dan might be switching to QRP pretty soon. So what I decided to do is get Dan some QRP peanut butter.
Oh, that is great, man.
Is that peanut butter sauce?
No,
It looks like
creamy.
It looks like something you dip chicken nuggets in.
Oh, that is great, man. That's just enough for like one sandwich too.
I'm glad we're almost at the end of the stream because I just got a battery warning. I may cut off before we go, yeah, Dan, you're set, buddy.
That is awesome.
All right, supply, Dan.
Luckily, it is almost time for Charlie or Tank, which I did get to have a lot of fun with this weekend as well. Charlie gave me some good encouraging words about soda and stuff too. So I'm pumped to beat my goal. And Mama Kyle, who's always preaching to make sure I hit my goals, you know, is kind of prodded a bear as Mama does. So, what you got coming up, Hayden?
Oh, just doing some more hunting. This weekend coming up is Memorial Day weekend. We'll be out on the boat. Hopefully, I'll have the antenna mounted, making some contacts on the boat.
Good deal, Mike. That is a great goal, and one that should be very easy to get because I'll be back to my normal activating schedule of insanity.
And Mike, if you're not in our Discord, join the Discord, and you'll get an inside line on those activations that are done that he does CW.
Yes, sir.
What you got coming up, Dan?
Before we go to Dan, I just want to say, Discord, it's where it's at. Dan has done some amazing things in Discord. We've got a news feed now for ham radio. We've got solar reporting in ham radio. We've got all kinds of great little bots and widgets and things that are going on that I didn't even know about. Dan, you're doing a good job in the Discord. Thank you.
There's a lot of shenanigans in Discord.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Go check them out. But no, last weekend I did an activation with Eddie and Robbie. Had a lot of fun doing that. Just hunting POTA, and be glad to get you back in Whiskey Victor where I can hear you better. So.
And speaking of Discord, if you are a member of the Discord, please put your stuff in the appropriate channels because the people in POTA don't want to see Dan's peanut butter pictures. You know, they want to hear about POTA, and that's what 99% of the people are at the channel for is POTA. So just post in the right channels. If it's a CW channel, don't spot yourself inside band. Just pay attention to what you're doing. I know sometimes it's a mistake. You know, it's the last channel you're in and you're not paying attention. You're on your phone. Just try and pay attention, guys. For myself, I got to work the next 3 days. Blah.
That's going to suck tomorrow morning.
Huh?
That's going to suck tomorrow morning, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to suck tomorrow morning because I've had like very little sleep, we'll just say. Like Eric and Terry, Eric would be like, dude, I didn't even hear your car this morning. What time did you leave?
Oh, wow.
It's bad if you don't hear my car.
Yeah.
But I'll be activating a ton this week. I got some QSOs to make up for the last 3.
They must be watching the live stream. Hey.
Obviously.
That's the driver.
Anyway, we won't make you listen to that. Thanks a lot, guys. 73.
73, y'all.